Some people might come now. They are still
downstairs.
downstairs. But soon they will come there. But anyway, we will start the switch up because some people waiting in the internet. Hello everyone. So then switch up will start. To begin, this time we will recite the prayer to the Lord instead of the prayer true words spoken by Buddha. Yeah.
This is the tune you're talking about, is it?
Yeah, prayer to the Lord.
Oh, praise the Lord. Oh, good.
Here, this one.
Okay, thank you.
And also, among the seminar, we will recite
Oh, I've got that.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
okay.
picked it up. Thank you.
This one. Okay. Alright. And also, this prayer for the future. Last one. Last
Okay.
one. Lastly, we will recite in the
We're going to do all three today?
yes. This is the prayer stage. Okay.
Do you get to keep this?
Hmm.
Do you get to keep it, or you got to give it back to you after?
No. Keep it.
Okay. Yes, this is more because I find that when I get my other ones, I don't organise them good, you know. Is it in a folder? It's much better, you know.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
That's it. Hello.
Thank you.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Okay, you can take this one, this one. Okay.
Thanks.
Take this one. Alright.
Thank you.
Yes, very good.
Hello. How are you? Fine, thanks. How are you doing? Thank you. Is that April's dress?
No, it's not.
Okay, something.
Okay, now is the time. Yeah, 3 sharp. So first, today we will recite prayer to the Lord first. Okay, and then I will show you the introduction video of today's. Okay, hello everybody.
Hello.
Now we will start the main seminar. This is a very traditional seminar of happy science. And then once a year event, annual event. Through this seminar, already many angels has been born. So, and you can expect that to get rebirth today, all right, as an angel. Through this seminar, also you can expect like kind of the new recognition. That is, new recognition means you are a spirit, and also we are connected to each other, and then you can get new perspective through this seminar. So, and then, as I told you, we learn chapter 5 of this Koan, the laws of Messiah. If you don't have, you can borrow. Raise your hand if you don't have. Okay.
I can bring mine.
Oh, okay. So, well then, please wait for a while. I will bring some more.
Oh, thank you.
じゃあ、何ですか?
Isn't it? Is it not in here?
No.
No. Okay.
Okay, but some point, but chapter 5 totally, and then because we practice that today, koan, contemplation on the koan. Koan is words from master. Okay, we will contemplate on that, and then you can find profound meaning. For example, if master shows the one sentence, love is giving, not taking. Then normal people think, that's true, that's it. But if you contemplate on that, the very profound meaning you can find through just one sentence. That is a spiritual training. Through those words, for example, love is giving, not taking. Then what do you think? What do you feel? Finally, you can see through the real meaning of that sentence. Okay, that is a spiritual training. So now let's begin. To begin with, we will recite prayer to the Lord, followed by a video lecture from Master Ryuho Okawa. Sorry. Prayer to the Lord. Our Lord El Cantar, you are the source of all light, all power, all wisdom, and all love. May you give us light, give us power, give us wisdom, and give us love. Oh Lord, our Father, please protect this planet of love earth. Protect us from all evil and open a future for us. Oh Lord, thank you for giving us light. We give thanks from the bottom of our hearts. Lord El Cantar, Master Ryuho Okawa, the Messiah of the earth, the primordial Buddha of the great universe, the God of love, who also created the space people. Thank you for giving us a great light every day. Thank you for giving us the laws of Messiah, Koan seminar, branch version. We thank you from the bottom of our hearts. Through this seminar, we will feel the love of Messiah in our souls and commit ourselves fully to the spirit of love to spread the Lord's teachings to the world. Now let us dedicate our sincere gratitude to the Lord. Thank you, Lord. So now let's watch. Oh my God. Sorry.
Yeah.
I didn't realize the switch off. Anyway, now we will watch the opening video.
バイデン氏もおそらくトランプ氏の対中国強硬路線からまた仮想的をロシアに戻そうとするであろうから、結果的にそして中国に対して甘くなりますから、中国とロシアを近づけることになるだろうと思うので、世界は一層不安定さを増すだろうと思います。孤立化させなければいけないところを仲間の国を増やすような動きをやったら、これは世界を二分化して、世界戦争の大きな構図を作ることになりかねないので、ロシアと中国を壊したら、これは核戦争をやってもアメリカが勝つかどうかは分からない状況になってきます。ユーラシア大陸全部をこれ壊滅させなければいけないぐらいになりますので、これはロシアと中国がアメリカと核戦争の危機を迎えたら、もう手が出せるところはここがないでしょうね。だからやってはいけない、最もいけないシナリオの方にバイデン氏は進んでいって、ロシア逆行を暴けばトランプ氏をさらに追い込めると思って、自分の責任を回避する、中国対中国のとの関連を否定するために、ロシア規約の方をまた押し込んでくると思われるので、世界が平和になって分断から統合へと言ってるけど、その逆になって世界が危険になってさらに分断される方向に流れていくだろうと思っています。コロナもこれ一つの危機ですけれども、これで終わりはしないという、まだ次なる危機、いくつかこの20世紀中にいっぱい出てきますから、その都度だんだんにもう人類だけの力ではもうどうにもならないかもしれないと思わせる状況を出します。これについては全部明らかにできないことはしませんけれども、しかし神の声は伝わります。どういうふうに考えているかということを伝えます。それについてくれば、その危機の事態から抜け出すことはできるが、聞かなかったら壊滅的なことが起きるかもしれないということですね。一応、 国営を人類に踏ませるつもりです。もう一回ね、要するに大陸沈没とか陥没とか、そういう火山噴火とか、いろいろ環境、地球環境が人間が住めないようにして人口を減らすところまで行く前の段階なんですよ。この間で人類が浄化されるかどうか、ちょっと試しているところなんで、この人類は保護に値するかいないかを見ているので、まあ、そういう期間は、まあ、あと3年ぐらいだと思っていいと思います。最後は、申し訳ありません。できないことで大変申し訳ないですが、どうしても、これできない、どうやっても片付かないようなら、私の方で片付けます。私の方で片付けるという意味は、神の御心で地球は異変を起こすかもしれないし、あるいは宇宙からの協力者たちがスタンバイしているという意味を兼ねています。このウイルスで世界中、あと3億人から一体何人まで感染させて、一体何人殺すつもりなのか知らないけど、まあ、限度はありますので、許せない限度まで来たら、何らかのことが起きます。まあ、今年はその恐ろしい年の始まりってことだし、別の言葉で言えば、アレンジの開始の年になります。
はい、からまあ、私たちはもう一段、信心深く、
強い心を持っていただいてください。はい、主の力というのを知った方がいいと思います。イエスも言っていますけども、一番大事な教えは何ですかと問われて、いろんな教えていますからね。もうみんなも分からないし、みんなも分からないから。一番大事な教えは何ですかって言ったら、主なる神を愛せよと。まず神を愛しなさいと、これが一番大事な教えである。二番目に大事な教えは何ですかって何時の隣人を愛せよ。これが二番目大事な教えであるということを言っています。神様は、霊界からこの地上に来ている人までみんなを愛していらっしゃる。だから愛のための活動をやっているし、神様の分け御霊、信仰たちがまた数多く大天使、その他になってですね、この地上で活躍して、命を通して、聖なる仕事をして、人々を救うための仕事をやってるわけですね。だから神様はその活動を大きくできるように、神様を信じる人が増えれば、神様がこの地上の人たちを救える仕事を、大きな仕事ができるようになる。だから神を愛するということが一番大事な教えなんだと。
with Savior. Golden age is acknowledging, living with Savior. This earth, in this earth, you should know you are living with Savior. This is the most sacred delight. Come what may, you shall expect your future. This is the awakening of you with Savior. With Savior, with Savior, with Savior. We live to win and conquer away. That is very small step for the mediocre people. But indeed, this is not the truth. Through the edge of the universe, you now are keeping the sign of golden lamp and making this earth shining. With Yadro, with Yadro, with Yadro, with Namia, with Namia, with Namia. We don't come away, we don't come away, we don't come away. We can live on earth because this is the age of crisis. The hands hold the hand, come from the universe. This is the reason that your master is the master of the universe. You will the Savior. Be strong in your mind and be strong, be strong, be strong, be. Go, go, go. With Savior.
Okay, thank you very much. So, and then welcome again. And also, I'd like to talk about the significance of this seminar and what is the aim of this seminar, okay? So, and then, what do you think from this year, the one of space being that is called Yaidron told us, the beginning of this year, January, December of last year, he predicted that this means this year, 2022, becomes a horrible year. And then did you see what's happening? For example, war, yeah. Other thing?
Well, pandemic.
Pandemic, yeah, that's true. And North Korea launched a missile 3 times a day finally. Day before yesterday. Did you see? No, 25th of this month. And also other things like many disaster or many things happen. And then like now pork, yeah, monkeypox, right? Happen. Yeah, originally from the one of the country of the Africa, but things are yes, America, Canada, this country, UK, and then Western Europe and Australia. Those countries are
the
supported.
the opposing countries of China.
Yes, that's true. And then obviously who did it, right? Obvious, very obvious, right?
Yeah.
And then that happened now behind the like almost world war, right? And then also behind the scene that happened. Then seems like we are going to the very like the darkness, the age. So that happening now, but here is laws of Messiah. And then what is the aim of the spiritual revolution then? What we want to do, what we can do?
To clean up.
Yes, clean up and open.
Integrate.
Yes, that's true. In other words, what is a utopia? Can you tell the definition of the utopia?
Happy world.
Happy world, true. Yes, true. Other things?
A spiritual world.
Great. Like if you read the chapter 4, Heart of the Earth, we aim to open the new era. That is the age of the spirituality. So 3 points I already told you. 3 points. One is everybody can recognize I am a spirit, not a physical body. Like, did you see the movie Avatar?
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah.
So your conscious is here,
Yeah.
but this physical body is just a vehicle. All right, and then that is the first point. And the second point, we are connected to each other spiritually. We are one. We are one. That recognition becomes common sense in this world. But nowadays, unfortunately, many people think we are separated and we are independent each other. Spiritually, we should be very independent. But independent doesn't mean we are separated. Okay, we are connected to each other and influence each other. Okay, that is the second point. And the third point, new common sense. What do you think? I am a part of God or Buddha. Okay, so God is merciful because the part of Him becomes humankind, animals, and create the Earth and the planet and the solar system and the galaxy, all of us. Okay, so in that sense, we are part of God, part of Buddha. There is a massive big tree that is trunk, that is called God or Buddha, okay, or Allah, whatever. And then we call it El Cantare. Then there are many branches like galaxies, planet, solar system. Then one of the solar system is called this solar system. And then the solar system has some branches, that is the Earth. So then the Earth has some like leaves then those becomes like creatures. Okay, there are many creatures, and then but like or ethnic group or religious group, something like that. But sometimes the one religion says we are only one. We should cut off other branches, something, other leaves like that. So they're very stupid. But if you recognize that I am spirit, we are connected to each other, and then every religion comes from the same source, then we can settle any conflicts. So that is the aim. Okay. So to do so, we need to recognize we are spiritual beings. That is the aim of this seminar also. Okay. Through this seminar, we can recognize ourselves as a spirit, and also not only that, we can understand why this movement is so important, why many people should be involved in this movement. Yes, our aim is to create a new age of the spirituality, still very small current nowadays, but this becomes bigger and bigger. I think through this year, as predicted, this year becomes very horrible, but humankind, if they experience very horrible things like war, pandemic, and the monkeypox or something like that, and then they realize that maybe there is God, right? Okay, and then body is not myself. Some shocking phenomena. Masaoka already predicted that everybody can recognize spiritual phenomena will happen in this year or next year, or to a few years, within a few years. So, and then that give humankind a shock. Even now, humankind cannot overcome even the small pandemic that is called a pandemic. The master says, after a few years, you realize COVID is just a small pandemic, small accident. But yeah, in a few years, means bigger like tsunami will come to us, like disaster. But we should not rejoice it, of course. That is a warning from heaven. But as Master said, he already asked any aliens and spiritual being in heaven, they already decided humans should be punished by God. But only El Cantare try to stop it. Please wait just 3 years. Until 2025, I will manage this situation. That's why he said, if no one can manage this situation, I will do that. In Tokyo, he declared that. So he tried to take responsibility. This is a love of God, okay? He don't want to anyone be involved any disaster. So that's why he asked aliens and angels and other gods, please don't do anything until humankind reflect themselves. So that's why our biggest aim to be an angel and encourage them to reflect themselves. So this is a mission we will have now. So through that mission, what we can do? That's why we should fully commit to love of God and also to spread the truth. That is the theme of this May seminar. Okay, then the next, I will show here. We are going to the next stage, and then to begin the koan itself, we will recite prayer to El Cantar out loud together. You may have that one here, page number 7. Okay, but before starting this number 7, we will recite prayer to El Cantar out loud together to dedicate our resolution. Please swear before starting, I will be the new angel. You already angel or angel to be, but through this seminar, you will get a new life as an angel. Please try to recognize you are the angel and the spiritual being. So with such kind of wish, recite prayer to El Cantar. Prayer to El Cantar. Lord El Cantar, you are our Lord, Buddha and Savior. We believe you are the Master of Masters, the highest God of this planet Earth. We believe you have the supreme power, both in heaven and on earth. You are the great spiritual being, the united consciousness of Buddha and God. Lord El Cantar, we believe you will lead all people through happiness. We believe the fourfold path of love, wisdom, self-reflection, and progress perfects the principles of the happiness. And we truly believe these principles will save the entire world. Oh Lord, please grant us the holy mission to spread the truth all over the world. We will cross the vast oceans and light a beacon of truth in every corner of the world. Oh Lord, please entrust us with your great power to save all humankind. We will devote our lives to creating Buddha-land utopia. Lord El Cantar, as long as you are in heaven and your disciples are on earth, we will hand down our mission to future generations and achieve your great power. We, the disciples of El Cantar, will join together to become the ship of your great power, to save the people and bring them to the shore of enlightenment. Oh Lord, we thank you very much for granting us the prayer to El Cantar. So before starting, we will practice the counting meditation. You know counting meditation. Masaoka will guide you, but please note that counting meditation, you can focus on the counting breathing, every breathing. Inhale, 1, exhale, 2, like that, okay? So you can focus on the counting and also focus on you can focus on your your mind, okay? So what you have been thinking. Then this is very effective to start contemplation, okay? Okay, please put your hands on your lap, facing upwards. And then straighten your back. And close your eyes. Yes. Now start deep breathing from your belly. Not chest, not chest, not throat. From your belly. So start deep breathing with counting your breath. Inhale. 1. And exhale. 2. Inhale. 3. Exhale. 4. If you count it up to 10, start from 1 again. So repeat this way as many as possible.
まあ、そういう固い言葉に語れない。
Okay, please end the meditation. Open your eyes, please. So now I will show you the one of videos that is called International Future Express. And then in this video clip, some members appears and also talking about how wonderful the laws of Messiah after reading this book, what they feel. So please listen to that. The testimony from those members.
No, God, give us this more advanced.
Future Express International.
Okay, the Laws of Messiah book, first of all, honestly, I was shocked. It's powerful, it's bold, it's passionate. That strong energy is giving us a message about being, how it's so important for us to seize this time and make the most of it. And also the complexity of the book made me really surprised, but also happy that Master feels like it's time to give us this more advanced teachings.
A lot of people have wrong views of what God is, and by reading this book, you can differentiate from what is actually good and what is actually evil.
In 2022, we need a modern Messiah, and we are in a time where there is a potential for greater conflict, and that we need to be willing to look at all sides and cooperate with one another. I would say that a Messiah to me as a savior would be somebody that would help us self-reflect, would lead us towards right thought, and therefore towards right action.
The Laws of Messiah is a powerful book, and I want to express my gratitude to Master for putting that book together. So it covered a lot of different points, but more than anything, he said that it the beginning and the end takes you right back to love. So that was a very profound statement because ultimately, regardless of your faith or belief, it all boils right down to love. We all share this one planet called Earth. So I guess in essence, we're all neighbors. So let's learn how to love each other and expand us the whole Koan's teachings because I think will bring the world that much closer together. I will personally donate this book to relatives, especially those that are faithful and believe in God or Jesus, because this book will bring a full circle back to the beginning, which is about love anyway.
At first, it was quite a maybe shock or hard to grasp the word Messiah, because that has been, as a Christian, being raised as a Christian, a word that's reserved only for Jesus or the second coming of Jesus. But the topics in the chapters are so deep, like what the Messiah should do and say now, or the challenges of teaching as a Messiah are so meaningful. It's a blessing to receive the teachings from Master as a Messiah. Through the teachings, I can see that Master truly is the Messiah of our time.
Just going through this book, I really feel the love he has because he tries so hard to convey everything that's important. He stressed a lot on our thinking, how we should, be in line with the heavenly, godly thinking. If you came from another religion, that's fine. And you may find, like myself, you may be offended some things here, but it wasn't meant to be offended, but it was just the way it's been put. Just like Jesus in his day, don't give up. Keep going and finding out the root of things.
And one more point that I really like about this, that is, this world is a place for soul training. Even if you are poor or rich, or even you have power or powerless, you all have to come on this earth and try to gain your experience.
私は本日エルカンタレが召し上として直接降りてこられ地球の人類を救おうとされている奇跡の時代だと信じます。我々には数億年の以前のことを実証することはできません。ただ信じるのみです。
I listen to the words of Lord Abraham. It's very important that each individual have faith in God because if you have faith, you have a direction. You can choose what is right and what is wrong. You can reject devil's way and you can accept God's way and Calvary's way.
The laws of Messiah is needed in our country, especially in our government. We will convey the true words of Messiah through the people here that we represent, and the members will grow more and more from this coming year.
Master Koan is the Messiah. He is the representative of the Lord, and he is the representative of the Creator. How important he is for us. He knows everything. He knows everything because he is the great soul. He is not like us. I want to know more and more about his books, about his knowledge, about his instructions for the whole humanity.
Premièrement, le message du Messie, le Messie a une vision planétaire des choses, mais pas une vision locale. Vu le contexte actuel du matérialisme outrancier dans lequel on se trouve, on doit développer la notion d'unité entre les êtres, quelle que soit leur race, ou leur obédience, ou leur religion, leur culture. Alors le récit pour moi c'est Maître Koan évidemment, donc un book là-dessus. Et pourquoi il est apparu en ce moment? Parce que les messies apparaissent dans des moments où l'humanité a besoin de changer de direction pour aller vers quelque chose de plus juste.
The most important message is that it is a message of love, and the message of love is the creation of democracy, the creation of freedom based on God, based on faith, based on our faith in the Lord. So this is such an important message for humanity at this stage. The closer you are to God, the better the world will be, as opposed to when you distance yourself from God, the world is in turmoil. It being a message of love is from love to love means that we are all here to create a better world and to create happiness for all of us.
This is one of the most important master's books released and basically prepared and provided to us, and I believe in this critical time that humanity facing multiple different global challenges, Messiah's teaching is the key for us to move forward.
Reading this book made me realize both the miracle of living in this golden age with the Messiah and the difficulty in truly living as a human being capable of discerning good and evil, as people have gradually forgotten their true essence as a child of Buddha or God and his laws.
Este livro, As Leis de Messias, é livro fantástico, fabuloso, É livro assim que, nossa, tudo que eu estou vendo acontecer no mundo agora, de ruim, de bom, eu estou vendo. Então, é livro que está orientando a humanidade toda, para que a gente não caia em desgraça. Eu comecei pelas pessoas daqui de Santos, mas eu escolhi mais assim, as pessoas que têm alguma influência na sociedade santista, porque elas leem, elas comentam, e a opinião delas repercute na cidade. Então, eu tomei essa decisão de primeiro presentear com livro pessoas mais influentes.
سیاست از منظر کنترل آموزش داده بشه. قبل از آموزش‌ها به باورتون چه نظر خوبی به حکومت چین داشتن؟ فکر می‌کردم یه کشوریه که داره تو رسای اقتصادی دنیا رو شکوفا می‌کنه. اما چین میگه من از آموزش‌ها اشاره حقیقت یاد گرفتم با اون چیزی که دیدگاه من زمین و آسمون نداشت. نظر من به آقای ترامپ چیزی دیگه بود. برای همین که من عاشق آموزش‌های استاد کوبا روی حرفی سایست هستم که منو از اون قفلت از اون خواب بودم بیدار کردم، چشمم رو به چیز تا مطالب آموزش‌های جدید باز کردم و تمام چیزهایی که فکر می‌کردم درستن خط مطمئنش کشیده شد و آموزش‌های صحیحش رو یاد گرفتم. دیدگاه منو عوض کرد، چشمای منو باز کرد. من موری حالی شما حساب کنیم که هزاران هزار نفر اگر دنبال این روح باشن و این اشاره حقیقت بتونه وسعت داشته
是不是这是一个故事？
Okay, thank you very much. So before starting the contemplation of Koan, led by Masaru Hokawa, we practice that is like receiving light from the guardian spirits of happy science. Okay, please relax yourself and listen to this shoulders. Okay. Don't worry, Masaru Hokawa will guide. Yes, it's okay. And again, put your hands on your mouth, is facing upwards. And make sure your back is open. And close your eyes gently. If you want to see the screen, slightly open your eyes, you can. So now let's begin. Please start deep breathing from your belly. Not chest, not neck. From your belly.
少し背筋を伸ばして、肩に力が入っている人は少しもみほぐしてください。肩をほぐして、首を回して、よろしいですか。合掌してください。呼吸を静かに整えてください。幸福の科学指導霊団の光流れいる。幸福の科学指導霊団の光流れいる。幸福の科学指導霊団の光流れいる。幸福の科学指導霊団の光流れいる。幸福の科学指導霊団の愛の光流れいる、流れいる、流れいる、流れいる、流れいる。
Okay, please open your eyes. Thank you very much. So, let's move on to the koan number 1. And then koan, it will be koan 1. It will be disclosed on the screen. Okay, and then appear on the screen. Please fill in the blanks on the page number 7. Page number 7. This is a koan given by Masaru Koan. Page number 7. Can you see? And then this relevant part of the Kyoten is page number 193. 193. We can open that page.
What did you say? Not to fill in the blanks.
Yeah.
Like in the textbook we have.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. And then that will shown in the screen, on the screen. Okay. Do you have pen?
I have a pen.
Okay.
This is a nice pen. I'll use this pen.
If you don't have, please raise your hand. Thank you all. All right. Now I will disclose the koan itself. Write down the blank on your mind.
Based on Jesus' words, Christianity is generally thought to be a religion.
La opinión de los
Whether a family Based on Jesus' words, Christianity is generally thought to be a religion that preaches love and peace. We're trying to avoid social friction to some extent.
Okay, this is the koan number 1. Are you satisfied with the faith at the level where you are just expected to be a good person who can get along with everyone else? Please write down the faith in the blank.
I thought you were supposed to do it before.
Huh?
What, you supposed to look in the book and do it before?
No. Just write down the
I've
faith
written it already.
on the blank. Okay?
I wrote it already.
Okay, great. Are you satisfied with the faith at the level where you are just expected to be a good person who can get along with everyone? So please listen to
Based on Jesus' words, Christianity is generally thought to be a religion that preaches love and peace. But there were times when Jesus said something else. He said, "Do not think that I have come to bring peace to the earth. I have not come to bring peace, but a sword." He said he had come to tear apart wife and husband, parents and children, and family members, and even to set them to fight against each other. So he had come to bring a sword. Whether a family will truly be torn apart depends on the case, and his words may not apply to every situation. But there will certainly be instances where a family becomes divided over faith. Even if a family is united through shared faith, other close families or relatives could be practicing a different faith, resulting in a religious war. This could cause the families to decide that they can't get along with each other anymore. Things like this can happen. Or in a family that follows the same religion, if one of the family members quits, they can no longer stay together. They could end up living apart or filing for divorce. Because of this, there are many times when you are faced with a difficult situation. If you are an average person with an ordinary job and an ordinary home, or if you are satisfied with the faith at the level of a fifth dimensional goodness realm, where you are just expected to be a good person who can get along with everyone else, then I think you can sheath your sword and make compromises as you go through life. But someone who has a very strong sense of mission will not be satisfied with that level. If you sense your mission strongly and believe you have something to fulfill, then it will not be easy for anyone to stop you from going that way. People like that will abandon all kinds of things. They will abandon all to choose the path of realizing the truth. I suggest that you ask yourself if you are such a person. You will also be tested. Will you be able to overcome adversities when you come up against them?
この世限りの人生を例えば何十年と限って、その中で家族が幸福だったらいいっていう、本当に小さな幸福です。そうじゃなくて、この世に生まれてくるのはなかなか大変なことなので、この世に生まれてきて、ご両親が育ててくれて、そして大人になって活躍するっていうのはそんなに簡単なことではありません。さらに体が健康でね、人も羨むようないろんな仕事についているような方は、それだけ大きな義務を背負っているんだ。大勢の人たちを幸せの彼岸に導いていくだけの義務があるんだということを知っていただきたいです。人類に救済の時に救済せずして、それ以外のいかなる仕事があるのか。この仕事が全てであり、それ以外のものは余儀なのです。あなた方の転職ではないのです。そんなものはわずか数十年、この地上で魂がまとっているものを、肉体を食べさせ、自分の周りに住んでいるところの数人の人間を満足させるためだけに一生使っていいと本当に思っているのですか。それならば現代の日本に生まれるな。あなた方以外に生まれたかった人は山のようにいるのです。その人たちを押しのけてあなた方は生まれてきたのです。その事実を何とする。誰に詫びる。そんな気持ちで生きるのならば、この日本に生まれたいと言っていた多くの魂たちに変わってやればよかった。それが人間として取るべき道であった。にもかかわらず、自分の方が大きな仕事ができるから、自分の方がお役に立ちますからと言って、あなた方の多くは先を争って出ておられたのです。
So now start contemplation on those words. Are you satisfied with the faith at the level where you are just expected to be a good person who can get along with everyone else? So you can refer page number 192 or 3 in the book, The Laws of Messiah. So please start contemplating. If you have some struggle in your mind, just ask your guardian spirits to help you. So please contemplate. hope you can find some relatives to the religion.
This is追加ください。
So please enter contemplation. How was it? I think you can have the feeling. Well, it's not good. Is it wrong if I compromise this one? Isn't it like a middle way? And he answered already in this kyote. Okay, page number 189. It goes. In life, there are many crossroads, such as what will you abandon and what will you take? Which path will you give up and which path will you take? These questions will appear over and over again. Many times, you will face countless situations that will make you think, if I had decided in this way, things would not have turned out this way. When you make a choice, more often than not, you have to let go of the other option. This is a very painful thing to do, but it's the test of the soul. That is different from the tests you take at school. So, test. What kind of test? So, two options. If you choose the spiritual way, or if you choose the secure way, worldly way, which is better, or which you choose. So, compromising to the worldly way is not the way he expected. Another kyoten that is called the Happiness Revolution, that was published in 1999. He clearly said, like, the good way that is paid by goodwill, connect to the hell. But the strict way that has a bush, some like a beast will appear in front of you, that is a way to connect to hell. So severe way can train yourself, because this world is a training ground. And then don't regret you compromise to this world. That's what Master says. Then, what is the definition of the middle way? Middle way doesn't mean a compromise to this world. Middle way is that always keep the attitude, like riding a bicycle, right? Bicycle. You have to always making go forward.
Cycling.
Yeah, cycling like that. And then with certain power. That is his definition that you can read, the principle of development. He clearly said that. So many people think a compromise to this world is a middle way between the mission and your work. But it's not like the middle way. His definition is always riding a bicycle and cycling with certain power. That is the middle way. So you can keep that smoothly to go forward. So to go forward, we need to recognize that. And then that's why Master sometimes says, like, don't compromise to this worldly values. But anyway, please remember that. This is the first point. And then conclusion is, what kind of test we will get? Only one test. Whether you can love others and God, both. Then chapter 5, he said, conclusion is, whether you can love God and others. He said in this kyoten, if you cannot love others, that means you cannot love God. If you love God, you can love others because we are connected to each other spiritually. So if you think, I cannot forgive this person, I cannot love this person, I cannot understand this person, that means still you have a space to make effort to understand others. Because you don't understand others, that's why you cannot love. That is the definition of him, Masaru Hokuokawa. Anyway, so let's go to the next one. That is koan number 2. Let me disclose the koan number 2, and then the koan itself will show up on the screen, and then write down the blank part, 2 words this time, and then watch the master's lecture related to the koan, and then I will give you 7 minutes to contemplate on those words. Okay, let's see. People do not know how to love others unless they are taught. Deeply contemplate on this rule. People do not know how to love others unless they are taught. Deeply contemplate on this rule. Please write down love others on the back. And followed by lectures by Masaru Hokuokawa. Please listen carefully. Then start contemplate on 7 minutes. Page number 211 on the Koan, the Laws of Messiah. Again, page number 211 in the Koan, Laws of Messiah. You can read it.
Second important teaching is love your neighbor. To love someone who benefits you, such as a romantic partner, a spouse, parent or child, or friend or acquaintance, is standard moral behavior and not wrong. It's important on a moral level, but you must not be so bound by it that you neglect to love God. You must not let it get in the way of spreading the truth or cause you to do nothing for the many people who fall to hell after they die. Sometimes, even if you are aware that people are headed for hell, you may avoid telling them of the truth out of worry that by doing missionary work, you'll be misunderstood, be persecuted, or suffer disadvantages at work. That is not good. You must give love even to your neighbors who do not benefit you and the many people you meet in the course of your life. Simply put, giving love is the same as practicing your faith in God. God's teachings will spread when you fully commit yourself to giving love. There is the phrase, "He who does not love does not know God." I believe these are the words of John. It is true, those who do not have love do not know God. To put it another way, it means the egoists have no faith. As I said earlier, anyone can become selfish naturally by birth. Insects and animals are all selfish. They self-centeredly search for food and self-centeredly think all the time about how to escape death. Human beings are the same. Everyone is basically self-centered in their decisions. They do not know how to love others unless they are taught. Only after being taught do they learn it is what they must do.
愛の原理の中には解くべきことはたくさんありますけれども、まず悟りへの一点をとしてですね、皆さんが愛だと思っていることは奪う愛じゃないですかと、ね、人からもらうことは愛と思ってませんか。ですから皆さん自分からできるところから愛を与えていきましょうよと、人のためになることしなさいよと、自分が幸福になりたいという前に、人を幸福にしようとしてみなさいよと、そういう人が増えたら自動的に悩みが解決していくんですよ。だから人の悩み、自分の悩みも含めてそうですけども、その気がつくまでの間は、 大抵の人の悩みっていうのはですね、他の人から愛されたかどうか、愛をいたもらったかどうかということの悩みが多いですね。男女でも相手からどんな愛をもらったかということを考えて、愛が少ないとか乏しいとか、いうことで悩むとか、あるいは親の愛が少ないということで非行に走るとか、犯罪になるとかいう方もいらっしゃるし、学校の先生の愛が少ないということが悩みになる。友達の愛が少ないということが悩みになる。大体そんな感じですよね。自分は他の人に愛を与えたかどうか、人を愛せたかどうか、今日一日人に対し、その人の人生をプラスに転じる方向で何らかの生き方ができたかどうかという観点から自分はまだ至らない存在である。まだまだ今日の一日も大事かなというようなことを考えられる人というのはごくごく少ないことであろうかと思います。無意識のうちにそう考える方もいることはいると思うんですけどね。そういう与える愛というのをやっぱり、この時点で考えていたわけなんで、これはおそらくは職員とか信者会員の皆様でもまだこの愛の教えいっぱい言われても分かってない可能性は高いんではないかなと思いますね。やっぱり、世間の普通と同じような反応をなさっている方が多いんじゃないでしょうかね。だから人がくれたかくれなかったか、愛をくれたかくれなかったかのに大体関心があって、それを基にして相手を裁いたり責めたり怒ったりそういうことの方が多いと思う。これは、週刊誌をいろいろ取り扱う例外とそう変わらないかもしれませんね。もうちょっと聖なるものを考えられるかどうかは、難しいところかと思います。だから私は今あなた方に言います。誰からも自分は愛されていないと思っている人がもし皆様の中に一人でも存在しているとするならば、私はあえて言います。私はそんなあなたも愛しています。あなた方一人一人を愛しています。だから繰り返し困難な地上における伝道活動をやっています。あなた方から見れば永遠の過去に近い昔から現在まで、そしてこれから未来、この地球が寿命を終えるまで私の責任が終わることはありません。皆様、愛を人に与えることには1円もいらないんですよ。それはあなたが心の中で思いの方向性を変えるということなんです。人からもらえば幸福だと思う考え方を改めてください。自分が神よりくださった愛が宿って生きている存在であるということを知ってください。すでに与えられているんです。すべてのものはすでに与えられているんです。生きようとするんでなく、自分が今生かされているんだということを知っていただきたいんです。生かされているんですよ。数多くの力によって生かされているんです。そしたら生かされている自分ということに気がつかなければ、愛を与えるというところに思い至らないんですよ。生かされているから感謝の心が出てくる。生かされているから報恩の心が出てくるんです。だからあなたも生かされているから、他の苦しんでいる人たち、困っている人たち、 弱っている人たち、こういう人たちに自分ができることは何か、それを考えてほしいんです。
Thank you very much. Let's start contemplation at 7 minutes. People do not know how to love others unless they are deeply contemplate on this book. You can refer page number 211. Okay, please enter contemplation. How was it? Maybe you can enjoy it, you can unlock, but still something you have to think of that. And then the last lecture he has given in this session, he clearly says, you are already given. You have been given everything. Do not try to survive, but know that God is keeping you alive. God allows you to live. You are supported by many different kinds of power. You will not be able to think of giving love unless you realize that God is letting you live. That means why he said, do not think survive. If you always think of surviving only in your mind, how to get money, how to get wealthy or something like that, that means you are same as an animal. You recognize yourself, just the body is yourself. This is the wrong way of thinking. If you recognize you are body, 2 legs, 2 arms, and a face, 1 face, 2 eyes, 1 nose, 2 ears, and 1 mouth, that is the wrong recognition. These things, face, bodies, legs, and arms, those are vehicles given by God. This world is just a training ground, temporary world. Why you have to survive? Someday we will leave here to the heaven, to another world. Only what we can take with us is thought, right? So to get a beautiful mind, we are here. You choose your parents, you choose your nation, you choose your position. And then when you born in this world, you yourself decided. So this recognition can change your life, right? Then that's why he said, do not try to survive. Maybe many people surprise us, especially modern people. We have to think of how to survive. That means you recognize yourself as bodies. The vehicle is the car is yourself. You forget you are driver. Okay, that's why which color car is the best or what type of car is very important or something like that. So no matter what kind of the car, it's very temporary. But who is the driver? You have to take responsibility for that. That is a very dramatical, the changing your perspective. That is a revolution inside of you. Right? That's why we'd like to compare this truth. Otherwise, we cannot love others. We cannot love God. So if you say, I have faith, show me the evidence. That is, you don't think survival, but think of love to others. And then your actions show you clearly what you think in the reality from the bottom of your heart. If you always try to guard yourself and try to guard your benefit and try to get something from others, then that means you are still animal. So even if you speak very well, you have a lot of knowledge, but you are still animals like dog or cats, same as that. But if you always think of love others, giving love to others, you can say, I am a human. Because you recognize yourself as spirit, thinking energy. So this is a real middle way. So, and then, before going to the next step, last koan, I will show you one example who awakened to truth. That person become a devotee this January, and they start spreading the truth in New York. Okay, and how and why he started such kind of activity. Yeah, I know there are many people here who already spread the truth, but it's kind of the reference for us. Okay, please listen to the person's testimony.
As long as we keep spreading the truth is only going to get more powerful. And it's only a matter of time before people can't hide from the truth. And we don't know how much longer Master has on this planet, that we need to spread this out as much as possible and as fast as possible. I actually want to instill faith into people. We're unstoppable, and we pretty much just got to go out there with no fear. I became a member about 6 months ago, maybe 7 or so, and I decided to become a devotee because the more I learned the truth, the more I realized that this information needs to be put out to the public. Me personally, I've always been somebody that's been about spreading truth, and even though in the beginning the truth that I was spreading wasn't like the most accepting truth because it was more of a conspiracy-based ideology. But as I started learning more about the spiritual world and, the teachings and the mindset and the different laws, and I basically felt like this is some very powerful information that I need to start telling people rather than as opposed to the information that I was telling people before, which was kind of instilling fear into people almost. But now I actually want to instill faith into people. As soon as I read the laws of the sun and this whole idea of the spirit world existing and, everything that you do in this lifetime will pretty much determine whether you go into heaven or hell, it made me think a lot about what's been going on in my life and certain habits that I've kept in the past that, didn't really serve me, but for whatever reason, they were there for me to grow and learn. I just realized like certain things I wasn't doing right. So I figured that after learning this stuff, I needed to change for the better. I needed to have a right mindset. I needed to not be selfish or have an ego or, do things just for my own benefit. I pretty much decided to kind of live life for others, even if it was a slow process to accept in the beginning, but I felt like it was something that it would make me become a much better person after practicing and keeping that type of mindset. Usually when I'm with my friends, I'll take some time out and I'll start reading from the books. I'll read and I'll be with a group of friends, or we'll be in the middle of in traffic or something, and somebody might say something, and I'll be like, oh, you know what? Actually, Master said something about this and that, and then I'll pull out the book and I'll have like areas highlighted, and I'll just start reading to people. I'll start reading to my friends, or sometimes if I'm hanging out with friends, I will put on YouTube videos of happy science, or I'll put the movies on, the laws of the sun, the laws of eternity. Just setting the right intention is the type of love that I give, as far as just wanting to help people and to give people a better understanding of the spiritual world as well. Because sometimes people will tell me their problems, and then I can pretty much give them an answer according to what I've learned from happy science, basically as to why they're having these issues or challenges in their life. So I felt like the intention is obviously to help people become better versions of themselves, and also to help people get through their challenges and adversities in life as well. Just seeing you, Yushi, all the work that you put in, so you go out there by yourself, and, the same thing with Gilberto, you guys are true warriors, and you guys being the perfect example of what it is to have willpower and to practice it the right way. Continue to spread the truth, even if it makes you look crazy, even if it makes you get ridiculed, even if there's people who don't believe it, even if there's people that don't agree with it, or even if there's just people that are ignorant and they're closed-minded. Continue to spread the truth no matter what, because deep down inside in your heart that this is what's really going on. This is real information. This is the truth. This is what's going to change the world. This is what's going to wake up your friends and your family and your neighbors to move into more of a utopian society, and it starts with us going out there and spreading the truth and voicing our opinions and voicing the truth to others, and listening to other people as well, and hearing what their perspective on the spiritual world or politics. And you don't necessarily have to agree with them, but at least understand where they're coming from. And the more that you can show that you're interested as far as what they have to say, the more that they'll be interested in what you have to say. Don't be selfish when you're out there doing the street demos. Don't think that because I'm handing out flyers and getting people to sign up that I'm buying my ticket to heaven. Do it because you want to make this a spiritual training ground for all of us, and we want to keep it that way. We don't want the evil forces out there to take over. We don't want corruption in our governments, and we want to spread the truth. And eventually, there's going to be people, maybe politicians or somebody, that's going to read this information and think, wow, like this information is really change my perspective on how I see things. I want to make a difference. And you're pretty much going to go out there and encourage people to follow their dreams, but basically spread the truth even more, and in different areas. So it's not just religious people. This is for everybody. So just don't stop spreading the information. Don't stop spreading the truth. It doesn't matter if people get in your face, and this is God testing our faith, basically. Every time that people are coming against us and they want to make us feel like we're wrong, but overall the truth is going to break through everything, and we're unstoppable, and we pretty much just got to go out there with no fear.
Thank you very much. Amazing. Yeah, isn't it? Yeah. Again, I will read it out. The koan itself. People do not know how to love others unless they are taught. Deeply contemplate on this meaning. Deeply meaning of this one is because we humankind are binded by physical bodily senses. Right? We always recognize from the beginning, this is me. My body is me. So that's why we cannot recognize it. We are spiritual being. Then, as long as we recognize we are like animals, physical bodies are me. So then you cannot love others because you have to think of surviving always. But if you, apart from such kind of the wrong idea, and think of yourself, I am a spiritual being, then you can get free. That is the real meaning of the emancipation. So that is enlightenment. The real enlightenment means free from attachment. Attachment means the way of thinking you are physical bodies. Then free from that, you can think the spirit is myself. Thinking energy is myself. That's why you can control yourself. As a result, you are blessed, and without thinking the surviving, you can survive. Because at that time, if you get the enlightenment, you can influence people, and also you can kind to people. Those people who got the enlightenment become very kind, love others. So that's why naturally people come to you. They work with you. So even in this world, you can work very well. That's already proven by many people. So that's why, please again, think of that. People do not know how to love others unless they are taught. Deeply contemplate on this meaning means you are not physical bodies. You are spiritual being. Please accept. And then at that time, you can recognize, I have been loved by God. I am loved by God. I will be loved by God. And then that's why I can love others. I can be kind to others. I can think of others' happiness. And I can act for others' happiness. Then as a result, we can spread the truth. Right? That's why I always, every day, from 4 p.m. at the Oxford Street, I distributed the flyers and also the magazines and talk with many people there, and some of them already come, right? So that's why it's not wasting time to give love others. Don't think of yourself, think of others. So anyway, now we have a 10 minutes break. Okay, we will have a 10 minutes break. Please come back here by 5 past 5. All right. So I just going to toilet or have like water or tea or something like that. Okay. Please come back by then. Okay. 5 past 5. Then going to the next step, that is koans number 3. Yes, how to read.
It's really high.
Yeah.
So 10 to 5. 10 minutes later. Thank you.
Hi there.
How are you, my love?
I'm fine, thank you.
It's pleasure to see you.
All the better for seeing you.
Okay, have a seat, please. And start again. So to start again, we will recite prayer to guardian and guiding spirits. Do you have prayer book? this one with prayer to the Lord. Prayer to guardian guiding spirits. My guardian guiding spirits, deep inside of me, you are the fountain life, the light of hope, the source of wisdom, and the shield of courage. Every day, may you help me develop my soul and define my mind. Every day, may you give me inspiration and show me the right path to follow. Please protect me from all evil and guide me in living a better life. For this, I give my thanks. Alright then, let me disclose the last one, that is Koan number 3. So, watch it and write down the words on the front. Okay. Love your Lord God and love your neighbor. Commit yourself fully to this spirit of love. Love your Lord God and love your neighbor. Commit yourself fully to this spirit of love. Please write down. Love your Lord God and love your neighbor. Write down. Love your Lord God. The second one, love your neighbor. Followed by the lecture by Masari Hokawa. And also, again, 7 minutes contemplation.
They also never learn about the spirit world, the world beyond this one, from just living in this world. People are blind to the real world while they live. That's why Jesus often said that you are no different from a blind man who gropes in the darkness.
Page number 212.
Those who can truly see know about the future lives as well as the past lives, and heaven and hell in the spirit world. Imagine how many people will have to suffer in hell for hundreds of years. You will naturally wish for them to read at least one book of truth, or listen to at least one lecture of truth, or one song of truth while they are alive. This is what it means to love your neighbor. To put it another way, while loving God comes first, loving your neighbor is proof that you love God. By showing that you love someone who brings you no benefit, you are proving that you love God. This is what Jesus taught. Religion is not a business or a company. For a company, it might be sufficient to make enough money to pay their employees. Although, of course, it would be good to make more than that. A company could be happy just making enough to pay its employees and having excess to be saved. But religion cannot be satisfied with that level. Money allows a company to open a branch overseas, but that is not enough for a religion. You must first love your Lord God. Secondly, love your neighbor. Only when you commit yourself fully to this spirit of love will the teachings really spread. In other words, as more people believe in the teachings, supported by the principles of economy and management in this world, the teachings will spread naturally. If the teachings are not spreading, you may have a too business-like way of thinking, so you must correct that. It shows you are not fully convinced of how important these teachings are. It is said that your awareness is not strong enough.
神を信じるってことと神を愛するってことは同じなんですよ。これはまだ十分には分かっていません。信じれば愛する。 愛すれば信じる。そういうふうになりますね。で、信じるとどうなりますか？信じて愛したらどうなりますか？一体化してくるんですよね。一体化する。だから神を信じる。信仰する。神を愛する。そうすると次は神と自分が一体化してくるんですね。神様と自分との距離が縮まってくる。神様は今、いつも自分と一緒にいるという感じがしてくる。それが信仰者としてあるべき姿であると。いうことは、宗教的には教えなければいけないことなんですよね。今あなた方は、あなた地において、本当の無指導ということを説いては、けれども、死を守るためなら命を捨てますと、本当に生きる人は何人いるかと。言えば、数だけは何十万何百万、あるいはそれ以上いるかもしれないけれども、現実には20人といないのが本当ではないかと思う。みんな自分の命が欲しいし、自分の家族が欲しいし、自分の地位や収入が欲しいし、社会的に褒められるのが欲しい。ということで、執着の多いもの、あるいは自分を飾るものが多いものほど、最後には信仰を捨てることになる。命を捨てるほどの信仰もないならば、それに相応した奇跡も起きない。奇跡が起きなくても、信仰を貫くとすることが本当は大事で、そうした信仰がなければ、世界宗教は起きやしない。幸福の科学をみんなもよく努力はしているとは思うけれども、会社的な動きしかしていないと批判されるときに、その意味がわからないことの方が多いのではないだろうか。それはまだ本物の信仰を掴んでいるとは言えないからだ。だが私は言う、たとえ一時期信者の数が表面上減ったように見えても、半分し、三分の一になり、十分の一になるように見えたとしても、本物の信仰者が残って、立ち上がらなければ、この宗教が世界宗教に広がっていくことはないだろうと思う。数だけで全てではないので、本物の信仰者が出ることは大事であるということなんだ。
なんかこう愛を書いてくださってるんですけど、これにも象徴されてるんですけど、なんかそこに私は悲しみというか、なんか歌を聴いても詩を読んでもいろんなものがこう泣けてくるというか、なんか先生の中にこうやっぱり悲しさって表現したらいいのかわからないんですけど、なんかそういうものが流れてるのかなと思って、でこれでも初めて慈悲っていう言葉はずっと聞いてたんですけど、慈悲って悲ってやっぱ悲しみが入ってるじゃないですか。でこの詩を勉強させていただいてて、透明な愛の風もそうなんですけど、あと慈悲っていうこともこうなんかこう心でこうその慈悲っていうのが体感できるというか、なんかようやく初めて慈悲ってどういうものかっていうのを少し分かった気がしました。
キリスト教と仏教と両方うちは勉強しておりますけれども、キリスト教は与えきりの愛までいけばいっぱいだと思うんですが、仏教の方に行きますとね、与えきりの愛の後にそれでも救いきれない人たちに対する涙があるわけですね。だから悲しみがあるんですよ。仏の悲しみが慈しみに救いたいと思うけど救いきれない悲しみがやっぱり必ずついてるんで、だから愛しているという気持ちが悲しみにつながってくるので、かわいそうなんですよね。かわいそうな人間なんですよ。だからそういうふうに作られて、そういう本能で生きて、男女に分かれたりして、生活して、いろんな問題を起こして、苦しみながら、悲しみながら死んでいくんだけど、それに向けて手を差し伸べるんですけど、何度も天上界からでも、この地上においても手を差し伸べるけど、救いきれないものがあるんですね。その人の、なんていうか、本能に打ち勝てず、周りが作った価値観とか、世間の常識とか流れに、どうしても 翻弄されて、仏の字にやっぱり座れないで溺れていく者たちが、それはもう愛を超えてある種の悲しみなんですよね。
Okay, let's start contemplation. Koan love your Lord God, and love your neighbor. Commit yourself fully to this spirit of love. And you can refer page number 212 of that book, turnthe. Okay, please end the contemplation. How was it? So, reason why sometimes we cannot learn others because we are binded by the wrong way of thinking. My physical sense is myself. So that's why you have to guard yourself and then try to stop the attacking from others. If you recognize you are spirit, if I recognize I am a spirit, if we recognize we are spirits, you don't take care of others' behavior, but focus on what you have to do. That's you realize when you got enlightenment. That's why if you read through the words from Sutra, that is Buddha teaching the Eightfold Path, was of emancipation, Eightfold Path. The conclusion of this sutra is here. Why we have to do self-reflection. Without self-reflection, we cannot recognize we are spirits. So it goes from right view through to right will, and enter deep meditative state. As you complete your meditation, your soul is released. Released from what? The recognition, wrong recognition, that is, I am physical body. My name is myself. Okay, who you are. Yes, my name is Setsato, it's wrong. Okay. Like business card or title. I am a head minister of this temple and vice head minister of your headquarters, something like that. That is not you at all. Or how much money you have, that is not you. The title is not you. Real you is here. You should be released by such kind of idea. Okay, and it goes. Your soul is released from all the bondage of this world. Yes, such kind of idea. My name is Desato. I am a minister of the London Happy Science London Temple. I am a head minister. That is like a bondage of this world. That's binded you to this world. Then that makes you the animal. So that's why, and from all the your soul is released from all the bondage of this world and attains total freedom. Freedom is emancipation from bondage, and peace is a state of mind, nirvana. So first you need to realize that you are spirit. Then emancipation from bondage becomes free, then at that time, you can feel peace of mind. Yeah, just a deep breathing. Yeah, sometimes get a kind of peace of mind, but it's not genuine peace of mind. Genuine peace of mind comes from only from the recognition you are spirit. Okay, the free from any bondage of this world. So follow the eightfold path and make it a boat that carries you from this world of delusion to the world of enlightenment. Not after this. Right now, you can do it. Reason why you have fear inside. If I tell the truth to people, I was accused by others, and I lost some very important relationship with others, and I lost money, I lost title. It's okay, no problem, okay? So I don't say okay to lose something bad. As a result, those things, money, title, fame, those things will follow you after you recognize that. Because you are free, okay? You have free will. Now you are released from any bondage of this world. So don't worry about anything about worldly things. So don't have any attachment to that. Then journeying on the boat of Buddha's enlightenment, steer in the direction of the other shore. Other shore means from the recognition you are body to other shore means the recognition you are spirit. That's why happy science provides you how to become a spiritual person. Always. That is the conclusion of a happy science training, spiritual training. So please follow the mastery hall. Okay. So anyway, and before concluding today's one, we will practice the self-reflection because love requires the specific words and the action you will take. Okay. If you think that is a kind of abstract idea, love is like giving love to others, you cannot change your life. But you cannot get any recognition. When you practice love, even if you have a fear, but whenever you think of others, change your mind, then naturally the enlightenment will follow. Many people misunderstood that. Like, after getting such kind of reaction, recognition, I will give love others. That's wrong way of thinking. That's kind of like a bad idea. Okay. First, you need to give love, like concrete actions, the specific idea, who, to whom, how you can give love, and practice it, and then you can get maybe sometimes better results, but you can reflect on that. So without action, you cannot get the result. That is called emancipation or enlightenment. So that's why we need to reflect on that, guided by Masaru Okawa. Please watch it and also practice the self-reflection. That will take just 10 minutes. So first we will listen to the lecture, followed by reflection practice.
あなた方が本当に立派な方になり、弱くなり、神様、男様に愛されたら、その証明はね、あなた方の行動を見れば分かるということですよ。見せのあなたにないです。やっていることを見せてください。何をしていますか？あなたがなされていることを見れば分かるんですから。口で言うのは簡単です。上手なのは簡単です。行列のようになりましたか？何をされてますか？日々何をされてますか？ということですね。愛という言葉を使うのは簡単です。だけども、愛という的にご自身の中に説明する必要はありません。何をなされてますか？あなた何を何されていますか？この1週間でどんなことを人に対して施設を流れましたか？尽くされましたか？言ってごらんなさいと。この1週間でどう施設されましたか？この人に対して。それを聞けば分かりますよ。あなたが愛の人であるかどうかもね。 実際なかなかこのことを考えられるんですよ。この1週間に私何してたの？どれだけのこと言われてたの？あまり考えないものですね。ほとんどのことをみんな自分を中心に考えてます。自分のことばっかりです。ほとんど自我が肥大化して、自分が尊敬されるか、自分の気持ちがどうやったら気持ちよくなるか。だから、そちらの方に名目をちょっとやめて、自分自身の自尊心とか、己の心や自己保護の心、そちらの方に行くのをやめて、ちょっとあなたが他の人に対して成したことを、今日一日成したこと、この1週間成したこと、この1ヶ月成したこと、この1年成したことは何ですか？それを見てください。それが大事ですね。何をなされましたか？今日は異物弟子としての反省ということを中心にやっておりますから、ぜひとも言っておかねばならぬ反省があります。それは伝道の反省というものです。そのものズバリ伝道の反省です。仏弟子としての使命、これは最後は伝道に就きたいというところはございます。真理を探求をしたのも、学習をしたのも、この伝道の方に結びつけていくためであったはずです。まず己の心を探求し、そして真理を学んで、そしてそれを今度は伝道に転じていく。そういうことが大事であったわけで、すべてはこの伝道の方に向かっていかねばなりません。したがって、今世、己が使命を受けていて、何ら伝道することなく地上を去ったとするならば、これは大いなる退却であります。大いなる後退であります。もちろん、この伝道の中にはいろんなものがございます。小さくは、先ほども言いましたように、己から光を発するということでありますから、あなたが生きているその周りが明るく幸福になることが、もちろん出発点であるわけです。自分のいる周りがまず照らされていく。これが出発点でありますし、その延長の中に、当会としての活動として、例えば憲法であるとか、あるいは実際に会員になっていただくとか、行事に参加していただくように呼びかけるとか、いろんなことがあるし、他人の悩みの相談を受けるということもありましょうし、人生のアドバイスをするということもありましょう。いろんな方法がこの後に行きますけれども、出発点は己から光をまず発し、周りを照らす。そしてその光を強くしていって、いろんな縁を作っていく。縁ができた人々に対して光を分け与えていく。これが伝道であります。伝道とは光を増すこと、光を増やすこと、光を広げること、述べ伝えること。すなわちこれ伝道。光を発し、この光を届けること。これに関わることはすべて伝道になるわけであります。もちろん、最後は素晴らしい人格者となって、光を生産する人となっていただくまで来ていただきたいのは当然のことですね。ですから、いろんな誘いをして、幸福の生産者を作れるところまで最後は行きたいものです。幸福の科学に縁をいただいて、そして積極的に幸福を生産し、光を生産することができるような人を増やしていくところまで最後は行きたいものです。最終的にはこういうところまであって、その前にいろんなことがあるはずですが、すべて前向きに考えていない限り進んでいくことは決してありません。本来一日一日ですけれども、今日はまだ一日の半ばですから、過去1週間ということに限って、この伝道の反省をしてみたいと思います。それでは、今度は姿勢を楽にして、手を内側、膝の上に8の字に置いて、力入れないで結構ですから、軽く置いてみてください。そして、楽な姿勢にして、呼吸を整えてください。それでは、これから伝道の反省に入ります。あなたは過去1週間、 どのような伝道活動を行ったでしょうか。
What missionary
ど
work
のよう
did
な
you
伝道
do
活動を
in the
行った
past
でしょう
1
か。
week?
それを振り返り、
If upon
も
you
し
you find that your
不十分なところ
missionary
が
work
反省されたなら
is
ば、
sufficient,
これからのち
what will you do
どう
from now on
されようと
to
し
remain
ますか。
that?
過去1週間の
Reflect upon
自分
your
の伝
missionary
道
work
活動を
over
振り
the
返り、
past week,
これから後のことを
1 week,
よく考えてみてください。
and
で
think
は
carefully
始めて
about
くださ
what
い。
you will do the next week.
はい、じゃあ目を開けてください。
Okay, thank you very much. Then, I think that many people realize that I did nothing to competitors, or just a few, but it's not sufficient. It's not sufficient. Insufficient, I mean. So if you reflect on that, please decide what you will do. Love is not an abstract concept. Love is very concrete concept. And then when you will go back to the heaven after that, what you will be asked, how much you love, what kind of love, action, behavior, and the words you gave, you have given to others. will be the questions from angels or God. Then if you say, in my mind, I always give loves, but very few I give the love concretely. So that is not answer great. Okay. So and then God or angels will tell you, oh, you need more training. All right. So that's why, without giving love, please don't have the thing. Okay. Among the day, please try to give something, especially great words from Masari Hokawa, or even given the brochure is very good for the people. And then you don't need to worry about a reaction. Some people strongly deny it, or reject it, or ignore, disregard those things. But if you encountered one of 100 people, one out of 100 people who accept that with smile, you are very good person. So the more you give, the greater you can become the good character. Okay, so also that's why this is a very good training. Concretely, please pledge. Now we will show you the lecture from Master Yuho Okawa to make the pledge, and then we will watch the related lecture, last part of the Love of Messiah again. After that, we will dedicate a pledge you have made to Lord in your mind. Okay, but if you like, you can write down on the paper. Okay, so and then first of all, and after that, we will decide prayer for the future together. So let's watch and pledge, and please write down your pledge. Not only, okay, I will give love to others through whole life. That is not a great pledge. I will invite how many people in this year? In the whole year, I will invite 10,000 people to happy silence and create great utopia. And I will dedicate how much donation you will do while you are living in this world, like that. Please write down a specific goal. Otherwise, it becomes like waste. Okay, so write down specific number, specific year, and a specific target. Okay, so anyway, let's watch Nosa's lecture and dedicate pledge and prayer for the future.
あなた方がたとえ有名であろうとも無名であろうとも、あなた方が菩薩であるかどうかはあなた方の成した人を生かす心、行動、人を許す心、行動、これにかかっているんですよ。許し方非を許し、あなた方を迫害し、差別し、迫害しする人をも許しなさい。それがあなた方に課された大きな大きな力なんです。あなた方は今力を授かっています。天上の力です。神の力です。地球人の力です。あなた方の主エルカンターレは愛の神です。一番大切なことは何の主なる神を愛せるという言葉です。これは言い換えれば何時なの愛の神を信ぜよということです。そして第二に大事なことは何時の隣人を愛せよということです。あなた方に利害があるからではなく、あなた方が人生で出会う途上の多くの人たちを愛しなさい。神あなた方を愛したように愛しなさい。私は願っております。今日の私の話を聞いている全世界の皆さん、直接お姿を見ることができない皆さんにも伝えたい。私はあなた方、 全てを愛しています。まず、霊的世界を実在に使えて、その一番に神が出し出した。神は造物主であって、自分以外のない日を作ってこられたし、地球の歴史を作ってこられた。いろんな人をこの世に下されて、使わされて、そしていろんな時代のいろんなものを作ってこられた。そのためには、こうやってこういろいろ学問にこういった人もいるではあろうと思いますけれども、時代が悪ければ時代を変えていくことをやった。神の使者もこの世で死んでいくことも数多くあった。でも、その愛の流れは一度も止まったことはないんだということですね。あとから政治経済的な発言も出ますけれども、これは天上界から出ているこの世の人間の在り方を変えなさいという意見ですね。だから、普通の学者が言ってるけどと一緒だとは思わないでいただきたいなというふうに思います。主なる神を愛すことはとても大事です。主なる神が誰よりも全ての人を愛しているからですね。だからその力づけ、そしてエネルギーを供給するのも神の子である人間の使命の一つでもあるということですね。だから、愛なき者は神を知らず、神を信じない者は愛を持たず、愛を知らない者は心がわからない。心がわからない者は霊がわからない。霊がわからない者はやはり信仰が持てず、神を信じない。全部循環しています。だからこの循環の中で、愛を中心に神を見、霊的世界を見、そして人々が、光の線で結ばれて、お互いにつながっている存在であるということを知ってほしいし、もう一度見ようとしたら、地球は地球だけのものでない。地球人のためだけのものでない。あるいは地球の生物のためだけのものでもない。動物や植物のためだけでもない。地球というものを、やはり他の惑星からも魂しまうために数多くの人が来ているのと、なかなか死に難いことではあるけれども、そうした出魂の修行場としても、地球を守り続けることも非常に大切な愛なんだということを知っていていただきたいと思います。
Okay, let's meditate our pledge. And you can write down your pledge on the last page, page 20. Page 20. On the note. Page number 10. Yes, no. make touch. And keep it in your hands and also bring it to your house. Always think of that. How many people you can take to the temple this year, and how many people you can make them the members and devotees, and how much you can dedicate as a contribution to the happy science master you. Please write down specifically until when, how many of that. You don't need to submit it. This is very important. Practice in life. Not abstract, but concrete and specific. That is a love. Love asks you to the concrete plan, concrete action. Otherwise. Now, we'd like to recite prayer for the future. Our Lord and God, thank you very much for giving us a great light through this seminar. We committed ourselves fully in the spirit of these two loves. Love the Lord God and love your neighbor. We will spread the Lord's teachings all over the world. Prayer for the future. Yuho Oka. Lord, I believe that a bright future will open up before us. Lord, I believe that the mind of each one of us can change our own lives, the lives of others, our society, our countries, and we even change the world. Lord, I believe that everything starts from a thought in the mind that will be expressed as an action and will result in happiness. Lord, since my heart is filled with love, I will give love unsparingly. Lord, since my heart is filled with wisdom, I will use my wisdom fully. Lord, since my heart is filled with the spirit of self-reflection, I will not hold back from tears. Lord, since my heart is filled with the spirit of progress, I will take part in developing utopia on earth. Lord, Lord, our Lord, you are always watching over us on rainy days, on windy days, on stormy days, on sunny days, on cloudy days, on snowy days, and in times of drought, in times of earthquakes, in times of tidal waves, or in times of war. You keep your eyes on us. Oh Lord, you are ultimate compassion. As you protect us, please protect others as well. Please have compassion on all. Please lead us all to a path to happiness. I hereby pledge my devotion to you, and to spread in your words, throughout the world. Lord, Lord of all people, Lord who transcends all races, all borders, and even this universe, I thank you with all my heart for opening up a bright future before us. All right. And thank you very much for your time. This concludes today's one. Thank you very much. Maybe we need to have some break and have discussion time because you have something ask me or your feeling and then share with that as wisdom. Okay, we have a 10 minutes break. Please come back here by 10 past 6. Okay, so we will have a discussion time. So thank you very much. So thank you very much. And then we will have we will switch on the Zoom from now. Please join if you like. Thank you very much. Share with your wisdom. Thank you.